Federation versus Freedom by Babasaheb Ambedkar. 7. Part 5. It must be granted that the demand for such a preamble was a very proper one. In 1929, Lord Irwin, with the consent of all the political parties in the British Parliament, declared that the goal of India's political evolution was dominion status. What the Indians therefore wanted was not new. It had already been so stated authoritatively by the Governor General and Viceroy, but the British government refused to put such a preamble. The refusal was therefore a range piece of conduct on the part of the British government. But the grounds urged in support of the refusal were stranger still. The British government sought to justify their conduct in not having a preamble in those terms on various grounds. The first ground was that the preamble was a futility and that it had no operative force, but that argument was easily met. All acts of Parliament have had preambles expressing the purpose and the intention of Parliament. It is true that it has no legal effect, but all the same courts have not held that the preamble is a futile thing. On the other hand, wherever there is any doubt with regard to the wording of a section, courts have always resorted to the preamble as a key to understanding the purpose of the enactment and made use of it for resolving any doubtful construction. Driven from this position, the government took another position, and that was to repeal the Act of 1919 but to retain the preamble to that Act. This again is a very queer thing. In the first place, if the preamble is a futility, there is no necessity to save the preamble enacted as part of the Act of 1919. Secondly, if the preamble to the Act of 1919 was a necessity, it should have been enacted afresh as a part of this Act of 1935, which the British government would not do. Instead, it preferred to present the strange spectacle of the head separated from the trunk. The head is now to be found in the repealed Act of 1919, and the trunk is to be found in the present enactment of 1935. In the third place, the Indian people wanted was a preamble promising dominion status, and that is what the Declaration of Lord Irwin contained. The preamble to the Act of 1919 speaks only of responsible government. It does not speak of dominion status, and the retention of the preamble to the Act of 1919 was, to say the least, the silliest business possible. The end.